Yeah.
fuzziness on there.
Heck yeah. It's testing the broadcast.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. So it's not live yet, and I have the option to just hit live from there.
Oh,
I've
nice.
I've never used it without restream. So this is Gucci.
Neato.
Um Oh frick, did you hit frick, we're live. Welcome to Reasons to Vote. Did you hit go live?
I didn't hit anything.
Okay, so we're
I'm signed
live.
into a different account.
We are live. We're live on the internet. This is real cool. Making sure, yeah, the fuzzy logo's going.
Yep.
Fuzzy
Looks
logo's
good.
off.
Sounds good. Looks good.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Yep. Anybody
Uh,
that tunes into this after the fact, just know that we are working on debugging this whole situation and
Yeah,
going from there.
this is a pilot episode, and as in pilots, we mean like the Wright brothers. Um, it's a very jankety
Right.
pilot program. This is our. Oh, hello, Michael P. This is our first episode of what would we call this? Like a talk show, a clip show.
Reasons to vote.
Reasons to vote. Oh, thank you. We like our videos too. Well, some of them. Anyways.
Yeah, we kind of stopped making vids for a
Yeah.
while. Being the primary vid maker, I kind of got busy with life, and so moved on to do some other things. But we decided to go ahead and start doing this.
Yeah, so we had some, if we're gonna kind of explain, like we had a bit of success with that other video we uploaded, our last video we uploaded, so we thought, hey, there's a market for that, why not use a platform that we have?
And
Sure, you're the one that came up
pretty
for
much
it.
anytime we get together, we kind of talk politics anyway,
Yeah,
and so we thought we might as well talk politics with everybody else.
frick yeah. If you want to actually join the discussion, there is a Discord link in the description of this live stream and video. It won't be there for the video after the fact, but you can tune in next time, assuming there is a next time and we don't all die. This got dark. But yeah, we're going to jump into it, watch some videos, have some fun, discuss with some people. If you want to join, just click on the Discord, jump in there, and move to the lobby. And then the first one in the Gulag channel, just Kim will jump in, talk to you, say, hey, what's up? You ready to go live? Jump in, and then we can talk it out, hash it out. So yeah, you got a video? You got a video for me?
I think you had something pulled up.
I do have a video. I need
what
to.
is this we're looking at here?
So what we're looking at, and I haven't switched it over yet on stream because I'm a professional.
Sure, totally.
Over here, this is a Reddit video. Let me zoom in so it's a little easier to read. It says, "This is not the Mexican army or police. It's the CJNG cartel, which has gained power since President Lopez Obrador took office, stuff that they don't show in U.S. cable news."
Oh, interesting. So I was just listening to The Fighter and the Kid, and they were talking about
Yeah.
how Mexico has had a record number of murders
Really?
because of the cartel basically just killing people. It's crazy. So let's,
wanna look
let's
that
see
up.
what you got here.
I'm gonna... Oh, wow. Yeah. Record level in the first 4 months of 2020.
200 people or something have been murdered in the
Holy
last
crap.
month or
Oh my
this
gosh.
last year. In 2020, I'm not sure exactly, but a lot of people.
Homicides in Mexico hit their record levels in the first 4 months of 2020, climbing by 2.4% of this from the same period last year. Official data showed on Wednesday, dealing with setbacks to the government's efforts to restore order. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
In the first 4 months this year, 11,500 murders were registered, up to 11,200 homicide.
200. Good lord, I was way off. Oh, man.
Just over 34,600 murders were logged in Mexico in all of last year. So, looks like they're set to break some records. It's kind of nuts. But yes, this is the video I found on Reddit. I guess take everything with a grain of salt. Like, do your own research. We hadn't done a lot of research, kind of thrown this together, but here's a interesting video. This is a cartel. Reddit video players kind of
be honest,
terrible.
I love the vehicles. I kind of want one.
Yeah, so don't mind this is just Reddit's video quality. Great video to start off the whole show with. Honestly think it's better not full screened. You get a few less pixels. They are screaming.
Are these hired mercenaries that work for the cartel, I'm assuming?
That's what it looks like, or a lot of them are just cartel members. Apparently there's in Spanish they're shouting about for the leader and stuff like that, like elite ops and stuff like that. Like this is a lot easier to see. This is nuts looking.
Yeah, that boy right there's got a big old gun.
Yeah, like they
got like mounted turrets on top of the vehicles and
yeah, hold on,
belt-fed LMGs. Man, that's pretty intense right there, man.
That's a Browning 50 cal mounted on that. Yeah. That's a 50 caliber machine gun, and I saw a guy back here with a Barrett sniper rifle.
Yeah, one of the very first truck. Yeah, I saw him. So, what's being done about this?
I don't know. Apparently, according to this news about all the murders happening, President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador pledged to bring down full gang-fueled violence in 2018, but homicides hit a record. So it sounds like he's not really doing a great job.
Are there people do they assume that he's like, is he under investigation by? I mean, he's the president, right? Who's investigating? I mean, I don't know how things work in Mexico. We've got a good set of checks and balances. What do they have there?
I don't know how the Mexican government works. I know that it's always been a little wild over there.
So like a Mexican Nancy Pelosi out there, that's all over his case.
I would hope so, but it's like what happens to Putin in Russia.
Yeah.
His critics just end up dead or in prison. So I don't know if that's. I'm not saying that happens here with Presidente Obrador.
Yeah. So this is insane. It's really funny you brought this up because I literally was listening to this on a podcast 2 hours before we did this.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it. So they made some good points. Like, is he just letting them do whatever they want because he's getting money from them? Is he being paid? Is he under the take? Is he part of their system? Was he elected because they made sure he was elected so that this could all happen?
I would I mean, it's anybody's guess.
Man,
I don't really know what to say. I just know that this stuff is kind of freaky. Seeing this,
it's not cool. I mean, these are our neighbors, man. They are not doing well.
I'm gonna look up this cartel real quick. This is reporting in Jalisco New Generation Cartel. Okay, what do we got here? Oh boy, this looks like a site and a half.
Nice.
Cartel turned this rural area into a hidden cocaine hub. Oh boy. It's got some info stuff. I don't know. I should have.
This seems a lot more in depth for a feel good stream, man.
Yeah, feel good stream. That's some nutso bingo bongo stuff.
Oh man. So do they? I'm assuming. Okay, the cartel's famous for trafficking drugs, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So I'm assuming that probably there's some human trafficking going on as well. That's just kind of goes without saying, but I'm just assuming that drugs are probably their number one seller. So would cracking down on border security, or I don't know, maybe full legalization of drugs in America, would that stop something like this?
I think we've had this conversation before, but I agree. I think it would be interesting to see what could potentially happen if you legalized everything. All of a sudden, these people no longer have the corner on the market of cocaine, heroin, meth, stuff like that. It's all produced in the United States, so there wouldn't be a demand for it over the border. So
yeah,
I think I would almost argue if you want to go.
But would they just turn into a legal supply of those drugs?
Probably they would probably. That's a good point. They'd probably start factories here in the U.S. They know what they're doing. They're good at what they do.
Yeah. So would that in a sense that would that make them more powerful? So if we were to legalize everything,
wow, yeah,
would that give them more power? Because now they're not spending billions of dollars hiding this stuff and digging tunnels and I read a story that they were using catapults to like launch it.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Yards or something.
I mean, you always hear the stuff of like them floating it in the Gulf of Mexico, like the huge bales of marijuana that they just float over, and hopefully it gets picked up by the right people, but they don't. That's not a guarantee.
No, definitely not.
That's an interesting.
Just a reminder, anybody watching, there is a link in the description for our Discord. If you want to come in and chat with us for a minute, we have a lobby set up. Everybody's welcome there. You can chat with your friends and anybody who want to. If you want to, you can try to get into the gulag, which is set up for one person. I can jump up, I can talk to you, verify who you are, and then I'll bring you down. You can talk for 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how long we have on this subject. But like I said, feel free to join us.
Yeah, it's a good time, especially whenever we're talking about stuff like this, current events and stuff like that. We want to hear people's input on stuff like that. Do we have? Go ahead.
So the world looks at us as the world police, right? But we have a lot of our own crap going on. We can't take care of this crap. Who's gonna govern a government that's not taking care of their people?
That's I guess the people have to, but they. Man, that blows my mind.
I'm lost for words because it's just, no wonder they're flocking to our country. They're getting away, trying to get away from these people who are murdering them in mass numbers.
I mean, imagine if the United States Army, because that's literally what those people look like. It's a bunch of. I'm not saying they're highly trained and everything like that, but they're geared like the United States Army. I'm sure that video.
Military.
I'm sure that video. Some of it is propaganda. A lot of people in the comments were saying like, "Oh, look how the quality of the vehicles and gear just decreases down the line." Like it's like, okay, guys, put all the pretty people up front, and all the ugly ones get in the back.
They definitely did that, but they still.
I mean, that looks way more armed.
30 people in that. So, do they have hundreds? Do they have thousands? I mean, what do they have?
And that's what I'm sure they have. Just normal people that they can arm like that. And I've seen plenty of ISIS and Taliban videos and stuff like that, and they've never been armed like that.
Yeah.
Those guys are in full, military BDUs, and they have plate carriers and vests, plate carriers and plates. Like, they're geared to fight, which is nuts.
Yeah.
The segment should be called "This Is Nuts."
All right. Well, that's kind of depressing. Let's move on to something else.
Okay. What do we got? What's on deck?
So I do have this video here. Actually, I sent something to the group chat the other day. I'm gonna ping it over to you right quick. I should have had it ready before I started talking to you about it.
I can just drink water.
This is just a little short 3-4 minute video. 2 minute video actually.
2 minute video. Okay. I'm gonna click on it, and oh boy. Okay, I know this is gonna be good just by this little.
By that photo op.
That photo op. All right.
I could go for some chocolate wafers right now.
I do like some chocolate wafers.
Trump's support for Goya products in the face of a boycott is causing uproar today.
The guy's sitting on the Resolute desk with a bunch of Goya products.
Chris Cuomo lost it on CNN.
You tell me how a president in the middle of a pandemic has got time for this.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
The president posted the photo to
Cuomo's
Instagram
the real piece of work.
After his daughter Ivanka came under fire for posting her own support for Goya. Ethics rules forbid administration officials from endorsing products. The boycott of Goya, America's largest Hispanic-owned business, was triggered when the CEO praised Trump at a White House event last week.
We're all truly blessed at the same time to have a leader like President Trump, who is a builder.
Now the boycott is being countered by a boycott.
This boycott is viral. I'm going to buy Goya foods and give it to my local food pantry.
The White House tells Inside Edition only
That's an interesting term, boycott.
A boycott.
Yeah.
Is it the opposite of a cancel culture? It's like accept culture.
It's the opposite of boycott. You're buying this. So I mean, I sent a picture. I bought some beans and I bought some olives from Goya to support them. Now let's be honest. I don't necessarily like everything that Donald Trump does or says.
No.
I'll be honest. He's kind of a jerk. But you know what? I kind of want my president to be a little bit of a jerk.
I mean, we haven't had someone abrasive in the White House in a long time.
Yeah, he needs to have the huevos to stand up to other countries and do what's right for the people. And I'm not saying he's always doing what's right, but I mean, so far so good.
He definitely has some huevos on him,
Yeah, definitely.
If you can't say anything else, he's got some huevos.
So, have you ever bought any Goya products?
I guarantee I have. I guarantee I've eaten Goya beans, some refried beans. You buy a can of beans, you smash them up in the pan, you're good to go.
Sure.
That's all you need. That's all you need in life.
I was actually kind of disappointed in the amount of Goya products at our local HEB. If y'all don't know, watching the stream, we both live in like a southwest area of Texas. We live in different places, but still within southwest Texas. Anyway, so they only had they had a really small area of Goya products, but they had what I needed. They had pinto beans, black beans, refried beans, all those different things that I would normally buy. And so to support them, support a company that's doing good work, I'm gonna start buying their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the value of the free market. You get to decide. You're not told. Yes, Donald Trump did not make you buy. Goya. You went out of your own free will and bought Goya products.
Nice.
Let's see. Hada Sa says Goya has organic, bought quite a few at Walmart. That's awesome. I didn't realize they have a lot of organic products. Or some organic products. That's nice. Somebody who's gluten-free and stuff like that. I don't know if they have gluten-free products. That'd be cool.
I mean, beans, right? Beans are gluten-free. So
yeah, beans are gluten-free. I'm going to switch back over to the video and make sure the stream can see it. But let's see.
Okay.
Movement would criticize Ivanka for showing her personal support for a company that has been unfairly mocked, boycotted, and ridiculed for supporting this administration. They had nothing to say about the president posing with the Goya products.
This video is ridiculous. I mean, this picture is the funniest picture I've ever seen. This is in the Oval Office of the United States of America.
Yeah.
With our president thumbs-upping some chocolate wafers.
Meanwhile, we're hearing more from the president's niece, Mary Trump, who has written a scathing memoir about growing up Trump. She tells ABC's George Stephanopoulos that the president, despite all his wealth, is a cheapskate.
I've actually heard a little bit about that. She's not a fan of her uncle, right?
Yeah.
Apparently she talks down about how he's not a good person, all this stuff. I mean, that's really crazy to have a family member come out and say that kind of stuff about you.
This is really weird that it came out this late and around this time on the election year that it comes out.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Come out, day one of the administration or, year one. It looks like she wrote a book. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know much about the book. I just heard it here and there about bits and pieces of it, but other than that, I don't know anything about him. So,
all right, let's.
How do you feel about the fact that President Trump took a picture in front of a bunch of Goya products. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I go both ways on it because I think it's really interesting to see him kind of stick it to him and say like, yeah, I'm going to support this, but it is very against the laws, and I think that could be very dangerous having political agents endorsing products or political actors.
I agree. Especially if the Goya guy is donating to his campaign. Stuff like that.
That's. I mean, so this is a, hey, you donate to my campaign, I'll shout you out, and your stock price goes up, or your product sold doubles, or something like that.
Right.
That's where you get into. I mean, that's why they have the law to not endorse a product.
Sure.
Whether or not he's going to get in trouble, and posting it on a social media place is like, that's. If he was in a commercial, I mean, obviously that's a big no-no. Posting on social media, that's also a big no-no if he's officially endorsing it. It would be different if there's a subliminal message, if there's a can of Goya beans behind him or something like that. I'd be like, okay, this is a little on the nose. But, him just thumbs-upping.
Straight up chocolate wafers,
Chocolate wafers. Yeah. Donald Trump, the face of chocolate wafers.
I personally don't see a issue with it, but I could see how legally, like you were saying, there's got to be something that would prohibit him. But he's not a stupid man. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's been successful in multiple business, and he has people that are way smarter than he is that are telling him, you can't do this. This is something you should not do.
Yep.
And I mean, there's got to be. So I try to look at it like this. Say 4 years ago, if this exact thing had happened with Obama, would we be furious at Goya? Would we boycott Goya for that?
I mean, yeah, I think there's always going to be whatever side. If one side endorses a product or one person supports something. I mean, it's happened with. Stuff like, I mean, we personally have stopped using, Dollar Shave Club products.
True.
Due to their political views. So I think you're always gonna, I mean, that's, again, the power of I don't think we should boycott and cancel stuff. I think I don't need to follow the crowd. I'm like, okay, this is what they support. I don't want to support them because they support something I don't agree with. So I'm just no longer going to use your products. I think it boils down to that. Now, the problem with him doing this is this just opens a can of worms, opens a can of beans, if you will, for other people to say, well, Trump did it, I can do it. You're gonna get, I don't know.
Yeah. So let's say that Joe gets elected in, and January 1st he's president, and a couple months go by, and then he decides that I don't know. I can't say Gillette decides that they're going to endorse him, and he has a photo op where he's shaving with a Gillette razor because they donated a whole bunch to his campaign. I mean,
yeah. I want Joe Biden political videos of him shaving with Gillette razor. That's I mean, if we're gonna live in a world with Trump thumbs up Goya beans, I want Joe Biden shaving with Gillette razors. I want him live streaming shaving with Gillette razors.
Right. Now, how do you feel if Goya approached President Trump and he's not donating to the campaign, or if Trump's not seeing any benefit from this whatsoever? This is completely just a mutual benefit. Trump says, sure, Goya products are just fine. You can endorse me. We're good to go.
I mean, it's either way. He's getting endorsement from one of the biggest. I mean, Goya is a staple of like the Hispanic community. It's like they said. I didn't realize it's the biggest Hispanic-owned company in the United States.
Sure.
Like, I think whatever you take away from this, whether or not people are going to listen to it.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I think that the CEO is actually the grandson of the founder of the company, right? I believe that's the. Let me go look that up.
Yeah, you look that up. I mean, if he is.
Somebody said something in the chat. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that off. Much more. Hadasa. I'm sorry if I don't say that right. Hadasa. Much more concerned that Dem politicians are endorsing BLM, anti-Trump, and encouraging millions in donations. As for Trump, I say is no different when a president holds up a jersey of a winning team. Yes, Trump was celebrating the success of an immigrant. That's true. That is true. I did not realize it was the founder of Goya an immigrant. Because if so, that's kind of nuts.
I think that his family is. I think that I could be completely wrong, but I believe. Yeah. Let me go look up founder of Goya.
No, that's a very good point. All these people on the left and the Democratic Party are supporting and endorsing BLM, which I think in the grand scheme of things should be a good organization. Like, I guess why not?
I don't know.
But it's one of those, if they are endorsing it and that organization is pulling in, if they're pulling in donations, monetary gain due to Democratic endorsements, then like how do you balance that? That's a very good point.
I don't know.
And it seems like the Black Lives Matter movement is, at least parts of it, are very anti-Trump. And if they're getting financial gain from Democratic actors promoting BLM, I think, man, that's a very good point. If they've already been doing it by supporting these causes, these organizations, and stuff like that, I think it's interesting. We're getting some people in the chat. The YouTube notification's supposed to have finally gone out. It's like, oh my gosh.
Ricky, it's good to be back. We kind of took a hiatus on making videos for a while, and we're just doing what we can.
Anthony Rosa is saying, no, BLM is a scam. Please look into it.
I've seen all those videos.
Yeah.
I personally can't verify that. I've seen the whole was it blue Act Blue, I believe what it is directly endorsing Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, and all of BLM's donations go directly to Act Blue, so they get to decide who it goes to, which I personally think that is a big problem, because that money, I mean, millions of dollars that have been donated to Black Lives Matters should be going directly to, I don't know, maybe buying computers in school districts that
absolutely
aren't as fortunate, or I don't know, developing halfway houses in bad neighborhoods for both black and white people, so that these people are starting a business that can provide a job for felons who are more likely to go back into prison after they get out because they have nowhere to work. But going directly back into the pockets of the Democrat campaign, it just seems, even if it was going directly into a Republican, if it was going into Trump's campaign, I would still say that was wrong, 100%.
Absolutely, it goes, and then it parallels this Goya stuff. If Trump is, if he is. If Goya is donating to his campaign, then this is the same thing as the BLM thing. I think, whether or not, if somebody in a place of power promotes an organization, that organization gets monetary gain from it, and then that organization takes that monetary gain and is giving it back to whoever endorsed it or whatever's going on there, I think that's wrong on both sides, left, right, center. It's just that's and unfortunately that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does. Big R says he can't wait to vote for Trump.
Cool, man. And just now that we're getting a few more people in here, in the description there's a Discord link. You can go ahead and click on that. click on that Discord link, and you can actually come talk to us. You just jump in there and jump into the Gulag channel, and we'll pre-screen you real quick, and then we can get you on the program, talk to you, see what's going on. What do you think? And just for full transparency, we would like to talk to people from both sides.
Definitely.
Both sides, left, right, center.
We don't discriminate on political views here. We'd like to. I personally have a lot of friends who are Democrats, and they don't understand me. I don't understand them. Of course, I don't consider myself a Republican. I don't really consider myself any really political affiliation. I kind of go with whatever I feel is right in the moment.
Yeah, I think that's the great thing that we have. We have the opportunity to decide, and most of the time we can find information, I guess. I don't know how to say that. It's like trying to find unbiased information is a lot harder these days, but theoretically we shouldn't have biased information.
Right. Normally I pretty much vote either probably libertarian or independent. I actually haven't voted for any major candidate since I was able to vote. I voted. Who was the candidate against Obama the first time around? I can't remember who it was.
Was that Mitt Romney?
Was it Mitt Romney?
Hold on, we have the power of the internet.
You're right. I know that McCain and Palin was the second time around, right?
Yeah, it was Mitt Romney was the first one. Senate election, presidential primaries, don't care. Give me a general.
Yeah, we're getting a yes Mitt in the first time around.
Yes, we got Mitt.
I never really liked Mitt Romney. I never really liked what he seemed about. I always thought he was kind of, I don't know. I didn't vote for Barack. I didn't vote for Mitt. I think I voted. Actually, I think I did a write-in that year for one of my friends who was in political science.
Hey,
Scott
Bragdon.
He's a rare Republican that does not like Trump.
I don't think you're that rare.
No, I don't think you're that rare either. I've actually have a few hard Christian women that I went to high school with that consider themselves never Trumpers, and they will vote blue in the election because they hate Trump that much.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they literally hate him that much, so they will literally vote for anybody blue because they do not like Trump. And these are
crazy.
Hardcore Christian religious women that I would have thought would, I don't know, just on abortion politics alone be willing to vote red just to, for that. But I mean, this is, I guess that's one of the great things about America. So.
Yeah, you can be a Republican and not like Trump. Like we were just saying earlier in the discussion, we think Trump's done a lot of just bad stuff. Kim poignantly put, at least he has the cojones, as we were talking about the Goya stuff. Most of my friends and family love Trump.
He doesn't back down.
Yeah, he doesn't back down. For better or worse.
Yeah.
He sticks to his guns.
Why do you not like Trump? What is the defining characteristic or policy that you don't like that he has put into place? Or is it just his rhetoric? Is it the fact that he cheated on his wife? Is it the fact that he was a celebrity and he was not a politician when he got into this position? There's a lot of reasons not to like Trump. But I just I don't have an issue with him. I don't have a problem with him being there, but I can't say that I would necessarily vote for him. I think that when it comes to making sure that Joe doesn't get elected, I think that's the main thing, is keeping Joe Biden out of the White House.
Yeah. Bernie
Sanders would be way better than Joe Biden. I can't believe that they're letting this old man get into the White House, or try to at least.
I mean,
a few things that he's done, but his personality is creepy. So he thinks that Trump is just a creepy creepy old man. Kind of probably the same feeling I get about Joe, right?
Joe and Bernie and Pelosi and Hillary, they're all just creepy old men.
They're all just creepy old men.
Just creepy old men.
Yeah.
Creepy old men club.
Well, let me ask y'all this: is there any Democratic candidate out there that would be
that's a good point.
that would be better than Trump?
Is there any Republican candidate that would be better than Trump?
Any Republican candidates out there that are better than Trump? Of course.
Try to run Ted Cruz. Think we'd have a shot?
I've really got to like Ted Cruz in the last couple of years. When he first started getting up into the higher things of politics, I thought he was kind of a weasel.
Yeah, he's got that vibe.
Yeah,
I think the beard really helped. The beard.
The beard, man. The beard helped so much.
The beard, my guy. Dude, that Lincoln and Ted Cruz, the beard.
Yeah, man. Totally.
It's all about the beard.
Yeah. But wasn't Lincoln though like super disformed? He had that issue where like the bones in his face or something grew like bigger, and he had all these lumps and stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That was the thing that I learned in like school. I don't know.
They're like, he abolished slavery. Also, he has lumpy face.
Also, he's hideous.
He's a hideous monster, and he grew a beard to hide it. Hadassa is saying, how can any Christian hate anyone and be willing to vote for a party that suppresses religion and promotes killing babies? I would have to question that. I agree.
Oh, man. Scott says to bring in Jesse Ventura, man.
I am not aware of who that is.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if this is what he looks like now. Oh, man. He's got like a bald mullet going on.
Heck yeah.
So he was a wrestler, I believe back in the probably 80s. And then he became a politician, and I think he was the governor of you can just look him up, of course. Just go to his wiki or whatever. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he's in the WWF back before they had to change their name from 75 to 86. It looks like. Wait. Yeah. So apparently he was in.
This guy? You looking at my screen?
He was in the U.S. Navy prior to getting into wrestling. Interesting. I did not know that about him. He's a huge conspiracy theorist, from what I understand. Nice. He was the 38th governor of Minnesota. He was a Republican, I believe, wasn't he? He says the Reform Party, but I believe. I don't know. I thought he was more Republican than. Maybe wrong. So yeah. He sounds like a total wrestler too. He's got that like,
oh heck yeah,
listen here, brother, type voice.
Was he like trying to like? He was like, you know what? Freaking Schwarzenegger can do it. I can do it.
I'm wanting to say that he was
that same energy.
Was he governor before Schwarzenegger?
Oh, I don't know, man. Just throwing this out there to everybody. Those of you just joining us, you can jump in the Discord and talk to us actually live on the air, if you would like to. Again, this is just a pilot episode. We're still trying to figure everything out. We're kind of thinking a clip show. I'm kind of liking the discussion with the chat. I didn't think about that aspect of it. This is
it's going good. Fun. I like it.
Fun fact, I have met Ted Cruz and shook his hand, and yes, he does in fact look like a weasel without a beard.
How tall is he? I kind of picture him as a shorter man.
Yes, he is definitely shorter. I think he's just a little bit taller than my girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's kind of a small dude. He was. We were at me and her were volunteering at it was a distribution center after the Hurricane Harvey.
Sure.
In South Texas, and we were volunteering there, and then a bunch of a crowd of people started crowding around, and we go and look, and we're like, oh, there's Ted Cruz, and she got a picture with Ted Cruz.
Oh, so, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Shook his
Yeah.
hand. It's like, cool.
So it looks like Jesse Ventura got into politics in 1991.
Dang.
First elected as mayor of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Held a position until 1995. Looks like that he
4 years?
was a Reformed Party candidate in 1998, running a low budget campaign, blah, 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 moving on. He left office, it looks, in 2003. So, yeah, he was, before the
Wow.
Governator, he was the OG
Governator.
wrestler in politics. So
He's the OG, like, public star gone, what do you call it? Politician.
yeah. There's I've listened to a bunch of comedy podcasts, and he's a very popular voice for people to do. He was part of like the First World Order, I believe, and it's supposed to be like a conspiracy theorist. I think it's a wrestling thing, but he's definitely a conspiracy theorist, like hardcore.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Love me some conspiracy theorists.
I mean, pretty hardcore.
So I'm all about. Do we have any other videos on deck? Do you have any ideas?
I was actually trying to look up a Jesse Ventura video of him, like something
Jesse
crazy.
Ventura. Okay, for his politics. Or do you want to finish up this Trump Goya video that we started?
Yeah. Go ahead. I've got this Jesse Ventura on Donald Trump video. I'm gonna send that to you while you're doing that.
Okay, you're right, Scott. That the OG was Ronald Reagan, actor gone.
Yeah, that's true.
3-pack of Bloomie's underwear. Retail $12.
From your uncle?
And she describes an ill-fated attempt to ghostwrite Trump's 1997 best-selling book, The Art of the Comeback. She was fired.
He sent you materials, though, right?
It was almost exclusively
Okay,
about
pause it.
women he...
Yeah.
So she's talking about him being a cheapskate.
Yeah.
She sounds like she is a spoiled brat who didn't get money from her uncle.
Yeah.
It's like she feels that he's a billionaire, so is she that type of person that feels like she should just get stuff because, I mean, he's a billionaire, right? He can afford to give me nice things.
She can write a book, and if he's not going to pay me, I'll write a tell-all on him. And if you try to extort him,
maybe lies, or stretching the truth.
And if he's not willing to pay her off, because we've seen that he is willing to pay people off to keep them quiet. If he's not willing to pay off his own family member, that means she doesn't have anything on him.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, if he's not willing to pay for this book not to come out.
Listen, Uncle, I'm gonna write a book about how terrible of a person you were.
Yeah.
Do it.
As he's like thumbs upping some beans and some chocolate wafers.
He's munching on wafers.
She's like,
I think I sent you a video.
She's like, all those years you just sent me cans of Goya beans. I'm getting you back for it.
I love it.
Let's check out this. Oh, I'm trying to.
Now this is from CNN. I don't know. It's probably going to be anti-Trump, I'm assuming, but
yeah,
we'll
probably.
see.
We'll see what we got going. Okay, let me.
I'm ecstatic over it because he's throwing a wrench, and Bernie Sanders is throwing a wrench in the Democratic Party. Both of these, they've had a two-pack for too long. And
See, he talks just like a wrestler.
Rise up and let him know we are still the boss, not the two political parties.
Oh my gosh.
He is, to say the least, definitely unconventional, right? Also, he did something I think that you would agree that you did. He doesn't use talking points. He gets up there, he talks off script. He's not, he's not political talking points. That is what's appealing, even though people criticize him for maybe not having enough, not being versed enough on policy.
When was this video put out? I'm gonna just keep it playing.
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
This is 2015. This was before the election.
Oh, okay.
I went against Hubert H. Skip Humphrey, Hubert Humphrey's son, and Senator Norm Coleman, who's as slick as you can get, being highly trained politically. And I realized at the first debate that I needed to be different from them. I never used a note. I never used a prepared speech. and it resonated tremendously. Well, Donald Trump was watching because he was there. He was in support of me way back then. And Donald and I have been friends for a long time. I don't agree with everything. I think his immigration policy is ridiculous, and I'll tell you why. If you build a 20-foot wall, it's this simple. I'll find someone with a 21-foot ladder. And the point being is, what are you going to do? Shoot someone and kill them if they crawl over the wall? That's going to be the death sentence for someone to do that.
What about sending families back?
The whole thing is ridiculous. You're not going to solve anything with a wall. What's that?
What about sending families back?
You know, that's policy, that's immigration policy that needs to be handled. But, you know, I find it interesting. I do off the grid, and I live over half the year in Mexico. And I go to Mexico, and I'm well.
Hold on now. He's an off the grid guy.
Off the grid.
Off the grid.
I'm telling you, huge conspiracy. I mean, he thinks everybody's out to get him.
I'm thinking someday we're gonna have to watch an episode of Off the Grid starring Jesse Ventura.
I know. I was just looking at old videos of him, looking through videos. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast 3 years ago. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I bet that's gonna be a fun watch.
That's nuts. I bet he baits him into all his conspiracies.
Oh, totally.
He's into that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's I think that's about the show, man. We've hit about 46 minutes.
Yeah, 46 minutes. It's been fun. It's been a good pilot. We went a lot longer than I thought we could, honestly.
Definitely.
It didn't feel like any time at all.
Yeah, but this was kind of impromptu. Last night you hit me up and like, hey, we should do one. And then we kind of just like did it. And I think that next week we'll have a little more prepared, pull together, 5 or 6 videos a piece and have them ready to go. If anybody has videos that they recommend or things that happened throughout the week, we're going to try to keep it very topical. So it has to be within the last 7 days. So you can feel free to post them in our Discord. There's a link down in the bottom. You can link them to this video. We'll have the comment section open. Also, I am on Parler at Lakitu, and you are on Parler at Kellen, correct?
At Kellen, yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll put that in the description whenever we edit this video. You can send it to us directly, and they'll just screen it there and see if we want to put it in next week's episode with credit, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's been fun having y'all out here. Been interesting. I like it.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe next week, if anybody would like to jump in and actually chat with us during this stuff, if somebody's got a video to show us, and we can talk to them about that video while watching the video, I'd love to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we want to, like a normal radio program would have people call in. We want to have people call in on Discord and be able to talk to them and discuss things, left, right, and center. Share this with your friends. Stuff like that. So let's try to build a community, I guess. I want a community of everybody.
Yes,
I want every
definitely.
side of the spectrum.
Just because we lean more to the right and you may lean more to the left doesn't mean we can't find common ground. And maybe we can find common ground on, I don't know, immigration or policies of just different natures. Who knows what we can find common ground on.
I agree. All right.
Thank you for watching.
Been a good episode. We'll see y'all later. Here we go.